In the pantheon of fighting legends, two names stand above all others. Bruce Lee, the lightning-fast martial arts master who revolutionized combat cinema. And Rocky Balboa, the heart-of-gold Philadelphia boxer who embodied the American dream through sheer determination. Both fighters represent the pinnacle of their respective disciplines, each bringing unique philosophies, techniques, and mental fortitudes to the ring. This hypothetical matchup between these two icons in their absolute prime would be nothing short of legendary. Bruce Lee, the Dragon, transformed martial arts from ancient tradition into modern science, developing his own fighting philosophy of Jeet Kune. Meanwhile, Rocky Balboa, the Italian stallion, proved that heart and perseverance could overcome seemingly insurmountable odds, defeating heavyweight champions through relentless pressure and an iron will. Their clash would represent not just a battle between two fighters, but a collision between Eastern martial arts mastery and Western boxing determination. Bruce Lee's fighting style was revolutionary in its adaptability and efficiency. Standing at 5'7" and weighing approximately 135 pounds, Lee compensated for his smaller stature with explosive speed, pinpoint accuracy, and devastating power generation. His Jeet Kune philosophy emphasized the way of the intercepting fist, meaning he would attack opponents while they were still preparing their own strikes. Lee's signature techniques in an enthusiastic and energetic voice, like a news anchor reading an important breaking news story. Lee's signature techniques included his famous one-inch punch, capable of generating tremendous force from minimal distance, and his lightning-fast straight lead punch that could cover distance in the blink of an eye. His flexibility allowed him to throw high kicks with the speed of punches, and his conditioning was legendary. He could perform two-finger push-ups and had reflexes so fast they had to be slowed down for cameras. Strengths: unmatched speed, technical precision, adaptability, and devastating counterattacking ability. Lee's philosophy of using an opponent's force against them made him dangerous against any fighting style. Weaknesses: limited size and reach disadvantage against larger opponents. His relatively light weight meant he would need to rely on technique over raw power against a heavyweight. Rocky Balboa, standing 5'10" and fighting at around 190 to 200 pounds as a heavyweight, brought a completely different approach to combat. The Italian stallion style was built on three pillars: incredible cardiovascular endurance, an iron jaw that could absorb punishment, and relentless forward pressure that wore down opponents over time. Rocky's signature weapon was his left hook, a devastating blow that could end fights instantly. His southpaw stance created awkward angles for orthodox fighters, and his ability to absorb punishment while continuing to move forward made him a nightmare for technical boxers. His training regimen was legendary, running through Philadelphia, punching slabs of meat, and developing the kind of conditioning that allowed him to fight 15 grueling rounds. Strengths: superior size and reach, devastating punching power, incredible durability, and unmatched heart and determination. Rocky's ability to absorb punishment and continue fighting was superhuman. Weaknesses: relatively slow hand speed compared to elite fighters, predictable attack patterns, and vulnerability to technical counterpunchers early in fights. Round 1. The opening moments would be crucial. Bruce Lee would likely utilize his speed advantage, dancing in and out of range while looking for openings. His strategy would involve keeping the fight at his preferred distance, close enough to land his explosive strikes but far enough to avoid Rocky's power shots. Rocky, understanding he's facing an unconventional opponent, would try to establish his jab and cut off the ring. His experience against unorthodox fighters like Apollo Creed would serve him well. But Lee's constant movement and unpredictable angles would present a unique challenge. Lee might land several quick strikes to Rocky's body and legs, techniques foreign to traditional boxing but devastatingly effective. However, Rocky's conditioning and pain tolerance would allow him to absorb these shots while continuing to press forward. Round 2. As the fight progresses, both fighters would begin adapting. Lee might attempt to use his grappling knowledge to take Rocky down or control the clinch, areas where boxing rules typically don't apply. His background in various martial arts would give him options Rocky has never encountered. Rocky, meanwhile, would begin timing Lee's attacks. His experience against faster opponents would help set traps, using his superior reach to catch Lee coming in. One perfectly timed left hook could change the entire complexion of the fight. The final exchange: heart versus technique. The climax would likely come down to Lee's technical mastery against Rocky's indomitable will. Lee's superior conditioning in terms of explosive power might begin to show, but Rocky's legendary heart would keep him pressing forward even when hurt. From a pure technical standpoint, Bruce Lee possessed advantages that would be difficult for any fighter to overcome. His speed was literally superhuman, documented at executing techniques faster than the human eye could track. His understanding of leverage, timing, and body mechanics was decades ahead of his time. Lee's adaptability would be his greatest asset. Against a boxer like Rocky, he could employ low kicks, throws, and unconventional strikes that exist outside boxing's rule set. His philosophy of absorbing what is useful meant he could adapt mid-fight to whatever Rocky presented. However, Rocky's greatest weapon wasn't technical, it was psychological. His ability to absorb incredible punishment while maintaining offensive pressure broke stronger, faster, and more skilled opponents. Rocky's wins over Ivan Drago and Apollo Creed proved that heart could overcome superior athleticism. Rocky's size and power advantage cannot be understated. One clean shot from his left hand could end the fight, regardless of Lee's technical superiority. His experience in championship-level fights under extreme pressure would be invaluable. Based on a comprehensive analysis of both fighters' tools, strengths, and weaknesses, this matchup presents a fascinating study in contrasts. Bruce Lee's technical mastery, speed, and adaptability would give him significant advantages in the early stages of any encounter. His ability to attack from unexpected angles and use techniques outside Rocky's experience would be formidable. However, Rocky's size, power, durability, and championship experience create a compelling counter-argument. His ability to weather early storms and impose his will through relentless pressure has proven effective against superior athletes. The deciding factors would likely be: rule set. Under martial arts rules, Lee's advantage increases significantly. Fight duration. The longer the fight, the more Rocky's conditioning and heart become factors. Rocky's ability to land. One clean shot could negate all of Lee's technical advantages. Lee's takedown game. His ability to control distance and use unconventional attacks. My analysis points to Bruce Lee as the victor in their prime. His speed, technical diversity, and ability to end fights quickly would likely prove decisive before Rocky could impose his grinding, attrition-based style. Lee's superior conditioning and ability to attack from multiple ranges and angles would eventually break through Rocky's defenses. However, this remains one of the closest hypothetical matchups in combat sports history, where a single moment could determine the outcome. Both fighters represent the absolute pinnacle of their respective arts, making this theoretical encounter a true clash of titans that would be remembered forever. Regardless of the outcome, a battle between Bruce Lee and Rocky Balboa would represent more than just a fight. It would be a celebration of two different philosophies of combat excellence. Lee's scientific approach to martial arts and Rocky's heart-driven determination continue to inspire fighters and fans decades after their prime years. This hypothetical matchup reminds us why these two figures remain cultural icons. They each represent the absolute best of what human determination and skill can achieve in combat sports.